So the other round of the conflict that has been taking place is Israel and Lebanon. And for the first time in decades, they've held their highest level talks, direct talks, after more than 30 years, and that happened in Washington, D.C. The two sides were represented by their ambassadors to the U.S., with United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio that was hosting and leading this conversation that lasted for nearly 2 hours. Now, these talks that were mediated by Washington comes at a very critical juncture. On one hand, Hezbollah has been opposing these direct talks. On the other side, Lebanon hopes that these talks will pave way for an end to the war, to an end to the Israeli strikes on Lebanon. Meanwhile, Iran has now set the ending the wars in Lebanon and the region as a condition for holding talks with the United States, and that seems to be the very condition as far as when it comes to the talks that happened in Pakistan, in Islamabad last Saturday. So let's get you a major explainer exactly what each side wants. So what does Lebanon want? Advancing a ceasefire framework, and what does Israel want? Where formal negotiations that are expected to continue, with more round of talks that are also expected in the coming days. Then Lebanon has also been asking for a prerequisite, especially when it comes to sustained dialogue, and this is something that has also been agreed on part of the Israeli side. Direct talks with the Lebanese government, no Hezbollah representation at all, direct one-on-one talks with Lebanon. Complete end to Israeli hostility. Well, this is something that Israel, however, despite the talks and ceasefire implementation, however, that has not been announced yet, has continued to pound Hezbollah command centers in southern Lebanon. So there has been no ceasefire with Hezbollah, and this is something that Israel wants. Now, according to latest updates coming in, foreign ministers from at least 10 countries, including Canada, UK, Brazil and Japan, have now jointly called for an end to ending the hostilities in Lebanon, warning that the ongoing conflict that actually threatens a broader regional de-escalation efforts. And in a joint statement, they have now urged all parties to return to the political dialogue. And they have also welcomed proposed direct talks with Israel, facilitated by the United States, as a path that moves towards lasting stability. Because the ministers of these multiple countries have come out to strongly condemn the recent strikes that was conducted by Israel, especially in southern Lebanon, in congested residential areas, which killed reportedly over 350 people and injured more than 1,000. So let's, connect with Srinjoy on this. Srinjoy, good morning. This is something that the world does not want, another conflict. And that is now between Israel and Hezbollah, if we can actually call it Lebanon, because Lebanon has now openly denounced Hezbollah, and it wants to be a part of the truce of the ceasefire with Iran as well. So Lebanon and Israel, for the first time in decades, holding these one-on-one direct talks.
First of all, can Lebanon control Hezbollah? That's a very big question, because the Hezbollah is a very powerful military organization, because with all its missiles, with all its rockets, with all its training from Iran, the Hezbollah remains a powerful organization. First of all, yes, the Israelis have attacked Hezbollah. It has bombed the Hezbollah positions, the Hezbollah encampments. And when the Hezbollah went further north towards Beirut, the Israeli strikes have been there as well. But there's been enormous collateral damage, as it's called. Collateral damage, 350 people killed, 1,000 people injured. That's a huge number of people. Now, what happens? These talks that Marco Rubio is helping to oversee, will they succeed? Will they ensure that the Hezbollah remains a silent figure? Will that actually happen? It's a very big ask. But if it does, then another war comes to an end. A mini war perhaps, but nevertheless a very damaging, very destructive, a very, very worrying war would come to an end.
Absolutely, because this is something which Lebanon has also been wanting, to be a part of the truce, to be a part of the ceasefire that has happened on all three fronts, when it comes to the US, the Israel, and when it comes to the Iranian involvement as well. Now, what does these countries that actually want, and what exactly is now at stake? Let's get you a basic understanding, because the three sides that have now been talking about, with the US now playing the role of a mediator in this case, is now talking about having one-on-one conversations and preventing an escalation between Hezbollah and Israel. They're also now looking at border security, especially when it comes to Iran and America ceasefire terms and conditions, which Iran has been setting as a preconditions before the first round of talks that actually happened and failed in Islamabad. Then also humanitarian situation, the infrastructure damage that has been caused significantly because of the Israeli strikes, and Iran backing Hezbollah. Well, that is something that the countries also want Iran to stop doing, whether it comes to its proxies there in Gaza, also in Yemen and in Lebanon. And we talk about the escalation that can further add pressure when it comes to global trade, because this is something that the world leaders do not want, is another conflict, and that too again in the West Asian region. Well, that seems to be the significance that has now been pointed out. Let's, in the meantime, take a look exactly when it comes to a big claim that is now coming in from the Israeli side. So as far as the representation of the US ambassadors is now concerned of Lebanon and Israel, and after this meeting that seems to have yielded certain positive results, Israel is of the opinion that Lebanon is something that wants to give up on Hezbollah. And this is the Israeli envoy to the US who's now made this explosive claim, saying that Lebanon wants a liberation from Hezbollah, and also saying that Israel and Lebanon are now united against Hezbollah, saying that Lebanon will not be occupied by an Iranian proxy.
We are both united in liberating Lebanon from an occupation power dominated by Iran called Hezbollah. Lebanon is under their occupation, and we are suffering from their constant barrages of missiles and terror attacks trying to cross our border.
Now let's talk about a possible direct face-off, because for now there are only warnings that has been coming in right after China has warned the US over